the shrinking cap, Grandpa!
Catch me if you can!
Grandpa! No! Be careful! Grandpa, stop! Grandpa, in my pocket! Our town is called Sunny Sands because it's always sunny and it's by the sea. We love spending time at our beach hut on the beach. And you can see the lighthouse from my bedroom window. This is Mum and Dad's bike shop. And here's Miss Smiley's cafe, which serves the best ice cream sundaes in the world. Then there's Mr Whoops's shop, where you can buy anything and everything. Everyone loves Sunny Sands. It was a sunny Saturday morning and Mum had a new hobby, gardening. And you know what Mum's new hobbies are like? They take over the whole house.
All I can say is I'm glad she's at the bike shop today, Jason, even if she has left us in a forest.
But the forest is great to play with all my beasts, Grandpa.
I wouldn't call Gordon a beast.
But we can pretend he's one.
I'll tell you what, Jason. As it's such a lovely day, why don't we take the beasts into the garden?
And that's how it all started. It was going to be really good fun because today we were going to have a garden full of beasts. But just then, the doorbell went. I ran to answer it, and who should come storming in?
I've come to help.
Great Aunt Loretta.
And not a moment too soon.
Oh, yes. Grandpa's sister was here. Now, Great Aunt Loretta is always making really weird food, like sausage with sardine sauce. And she drinks spinach and sprout shake, which we call green glue. She's always stubbing her toe. We have a pack of peas in the freezer that we always put on it. And she's often like this, or like this. And she makes Grandpa feel like this.
There's nothing for it. We'll have to get out there before she makes a terrible mess.
What a terrible mess.
It's not a terrible mess.
It is. It needs sorting.
No, it doesn't. We like it like this.
You don't know anything about gardens, you lot. But I know a man who does.
Great Aunt Loretta had sent for her friend, Mr Hackit, who knew about gardens. Or at least, that's what he thought. Grandpa and I couldn't imagine what he was going to do to our garden. One thing was certain, Mr Hackit was bad news. Grandpa wasn't at all happy.
I think I'll just go for a little lie down.
We'll just have to play in here, Grandpa, and let them get on with it.
We'll do no such thing, Jason. Mr Hackit will hack the garden to pieces if we don't stop him. Don't you worry.
Not the shrinking cap, Grandpa!
Catch me if you can.
You know when Grandpa shrinks, he can get up to all kinds of magical things. Grandpa! Get down, Grandpa! Not the plane, Grandpa! He can fly off in my plane. He can get into my car and make it go. He could just run for all he's worth. Grandpa! Get down, Grandpa! shrinks and disappears, everyone thinks he's having a little lie down. Apart from me. But right now, I had no idea where he was. Until...
Whee!
He was flying about on Gordon, my toy seagull. Grandpa, come back down! I didn't know what Grandpa's plan was, but mine was to get into the garden to see what Mr Hackit was up to. Great Aunt Loretta was showing him the tree.
I mean, just look at it. It's so overgrown.
Oh, Hackit. Hackit by name, Hackit by nature. That's me.
Then she showed him the flower bed.
Look at it. It's full of weeds.
No worries. I'll dig it. I can dig as well as I can hack.
And then she showed him the pond.
Just look at the state of the pond. It's so full of weed. I feel really sorry for Keith.
Keith is the gnome that Great Aunt Loretta gave Grandpa one birthday.
You can't catch any fish in that murky water, can you, Keithy?
Great Aunt Loretta is very keen on Keith.
I'll weed it. No worries.
Great Aunt Loretta left Mr Hackit to get on, but I knew she'd be back later.
Her start with a tree.
No, you mustn't hack the tree!
I'll just get me stepladder.
But there's a bird's nest in the tree. I looked around for Grandpa. I knew he'd be planning to come into the garden soon. And I was right. Grandpa!
Whee!
Get down! Luckily, Grandpa was well hidden by the time Mr Hackit came back.
Right, time for a quick hack.
I wouldn't go up there, Mr Hackit.
Don't you worry about me. Why don't you go and check on your grandpa inside, eh?
But of course, my Grandpa wasn't inside. He was... He was in the nest.
That's no ordinary seagull.
No, it's a cross between a seagull and a pterodactyl. I had to think up a name really fast. It's called a Gordanosaurus. Very rare.
I think maybe I won't hack the tree. I'll do the flower bed. I'll just go and get my spade from the van.
So far, so good, Jason. Go and get the box of beasts ready for my next plan.
Grandpa's next plan was this.
Got me spade. Now it's time to diggity dig. It's a huge hairy spider!
Oh yes, there are tons of those huge hairy spiders in that flower bed.
I think perhaps I'll start on the pond. But I'll just pop inside for a drink of water first.
This is going awfully well, Jason. All we've got to do is stop him messing with the pond.
Once Grandpa's got an idea, there's no stopping him. But Mr Hackit came out of the kitchen before Grandpa had a chance to hide. Luckily, Grandpa had an idea.
That's odd. There are two Keiths. I'm sure there was only one Keith before.
Just then, the doorbell went.
I'll go.
When I looked back at the pond, Keith number 2 had gone. I wondered what he was up to. And then I found his clothes. This time, Grandpa had gone too far. The bad news was Grandpa was planning a swim. The worst news was that guess who was back?
Nothing's been done. Come on. I'll help.
Well, the thing is, unfortunately, this garden is full of beasts. And another Keith has appeared.
Another Keith? Don't be so silly. Where's the other Keith?
He was there. He's gone missing.
And at that moment, I realised that something else had gone missing. My alligator. Then I saw Grandpa's cap, and I guessed what was coming. Grandpa was hiding in the pond, waggling the alligator.
I told you this garden was full of beasts!
Soon Grandpa was back in his clothes. He whipped off his shrinking cap and came back to his normal size. Well done, Grandpa. I don't think Mr Hackit will be back.
I couldn't have done it without you, Jason. You and the beasts, of course. Teamwork, eh?
Teamwork. Just then, Great Aunt Loretta came down the stairs, so I quickly hid my alligator.
I feel better for having had a little lie down, that's for sure. Oh, you've got a bit of pondweed stuck behind your ear, Grandpa. Anyone would think you'd been swimming in the pond with that alligator.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll have you know, it's a very bad idea to keep alligators in ponds, Jason Mason.
All behind cushions.